Yes, he never just set up a shot.
No.
He was interested in every single shot being a point of storytelling, and that means that everyone involved in it has to have some communication. He was good at that.
He was really good at that.
I read in some of the press notes that the casting director said it's the best set she's ever been on. You know, everyone was having such a great time.
It was great love, great sense of wanting to be there, and as you know, it's low budget and people didn't get paid and all of that sort of thing until the end rather than the beginning. So it's it was very much, it had a lot of, the only incentive it could have had was love and passion, really.
And there was heaps. It was just the best. I mean, we just kind of spent 4 weeks on the Carpety Coast hanging out. It didn't even feel like going to work.
It was great. It was the most beautiful place
fantastic.
to be.
I loved it. Yeah.
And now it's based on Nick Wood's family.
Yes.
And I read that you spent time with
His mother and father, who were delightful. And also supplied a lot of the props. So a lot of the things that you see there, Jill actually managed to score over many years of garage sailing. Terrific bargain hunter, but of course not just a bargain, actually she was able to, she gets beautiful things and all sorts of collectors sort of
Does she have the Dalet? Is that hers?
That's his, yes.
Right.
But it was great working with them, and I mean they didn't spend a lot of time because ultimately it is a work of fiction, and what we create is not completely true to their lives, but based on them, and then they were incredibly helpful.
I did actually wear the wedding dress that Cheryl's character was based on. I mean, we modified it a little bit, but that was her dress. Yeah.
So who's Cheryl's character?
That's Nick's sister.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
So was that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's based on his family, his parents and his sister.
And there's lots of little anecdotes within the film that are completely true. I mean, well, without giving too much away, the little heart attack story and the way in which Brian deals with that himself, that's all true. Yes, that presence of mind was actually real. So there's lots of lovely little moments in the film.
They would have been at the premiere?
They were.
Yes, they were.
And it was very important to Nick that they loved it, and they did, so that was good.
Did you actually get to go garage sailing with Jill?
No. But subsequent to that, only about a couple of months ago, I met her in the St Vincent de Paul shop in Petone.
Really?
Which was
Fancy
hysterical.
seeing you
Fancy
here.
seeing you here, yes. And she'd got herself a couple of very good magazines. No, I never had that pleasure. But her friend Muffy in the film is Muffy in real life.
Oh.
That's her name, that's her.
Yeah.
And although she's not like the character in the film all that much, but they go garage sailing together all the time.
Okay. Did you sit down and it would be hard to actually explain to someone what it's like to go garage sailing.
Oh, yes.
But did she try and explain it?
Well, she did the excitement and all of that sort of thing. And
Right. Because you pulled it off really well.
and the things that she showed me in her house that she found, it was just like going into Aladdin's cave. Yeah. Wonderful, exciting, fabulous things.
Now, so it was filmed last year.
Yes.
And then it's been in post-production, and you've mentioned a lot of people did it for love to start with.
We did it for expenses and with contracts whereby once the film is released, if people go to see it and it earns some money, then we will be paid.
And why were you both willing to do that?
I wanted to play this character. I wanted to be part of this film. There's a certain magic about this film, and I don't know, maybe that came off the page right from the word go, or at least I felt that, and it did continue all the way through. It was a nice script. I was free.
And for me, in my professional work, there are often projects that I'm attracted to as an artist that I will do without necessarily thought to the remuneration. I can't always afford to make that choice, but sometimes your investment is down the track from that. And any piece of theatre I ever do is a risk from that perspective anyway. So.
with this film in particular, you were happy to do it because...
I very much liked the film, and so I wanted to do that. Well, it was the first time I saw it at the premiere, and I really loved it.
Yeah.
I quite surprised myself. I thought, I quite enjoyed that.
Me too. I was the same.
It wasn't quite the sort of distressing, sort of opening night sort of feeling where you can't quite see the work because you're so nervous about how it'll be received. But I found myself following the story and going with it and really enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I was the same. I saw it for the first time at the premiere and I was over the moon, really. I mean, yeah, I was able to not sit there and just judge myself constantly or judge the work or worry about what everyone's thinking. It was just really, really enjoyable. And I think that's a sign that it is that
it's got appeal, and I think people will enjoy it. Absolutely.
I was also reading that Nick got turned down a few times when he approached people.
Oh yes, all over the place, yes.
And that's why it was made on such a shoestring initially, is because it got turned down and turned down and turned down, but they scraped together the money so that they had enough to, put together a solid crew with,
And then the film commission came to the party after the film was made, and they'd seen it, or seen the rough cut, and then they were able to put money up for the post-production.
And why were people turning it down?
I think one of the reasons Nick said, well, there wasn't enough, I suppose, inherent drama in it. Where is your dark and where is your dark side? Where is your sensationalism? Where is the... I don't know, there are no experts out there judging what stories ought to be told. They're ordinary people who have knowledge, but it's subjective. And the safety factor of putting thousands and hundreds in, there's a great thing at the moment. How can we show New Zealand apart from the rest of the world? It's interesting for us to think about how well we can tell stories about ourselves where we are like the rest of the world because it's a village. And because this was one of those gentle stories, I don't think it smacked people between the eyes.
But yeah, it succeeds for all the reasons that you've...
It doesn't meet any political agenda. It doesn't meet any action-packed agenda. It's not really showing our scenery as another character in the film, which we frequently do, although the Kapiti Coast is beautiful and is seen. So yes, it's about people and it's heartland, New Zealand. And that's something we haven't seen for a wee while, possibly.
Lisa Chatfield, who produced Scarface, came and talked to me and she said, why can't they make like a family movie? And I said, yes, why can't they? Why can't they make a movie that everybody can come to and enjoy, that doesn't necessarily have the themes of drug abuse or violence in the home and all that? And I thought it was a real challenge. So I went away and I wrote what I knew, which was my family. Now, they'll be horrified to think that this was then reflected on screen, but there are aspects of my family, there's echoes of my family in this film. And so I took that, and I took all the fun of my mum and the fun of my dad and the fun of my sister, and I put it all together in what I thought was a story that would have charm and would be something that people would be attracted to and come. Just like the idea of going, I'm a real crowd pleaser. I like the idea of people going to a movie and coming out with a smile on their face and feeling good about the world. And that's what this movie's about.